Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
And I hope every time you make it to that red light, it turn green immediately so you can hurry up and get the fuck on to where you going, bitch. And I also hope every time you check your motherfucking bank account, it got enough for everything plus some more so you can pay all your damn bills and take yourself on a fucking trip, bitch. And I hope every time your toxic ass ex see you, you done glowed the fuck up, lost weight, and growed your motherfucking edges back, ho. I hope your motherfucking employer accidentally pay your ass early as the fuck. And when you get on that scale this morning, I hope you drop down to the size that you always wanted to be. The fuck? And I hope when you go to the doctor and get your test results, all them bitches come back good as the fuck. And I hope when you go out tonight, somebody done paid for all your shit so you ain't gotta go in your motherfucking pocket. The fuck? And I hope once you walk past that mirror in your motherfucking bathroom, kitchen, or living room, you realize that you not ugly, you always been that bitch. Drop a comment telling me one thing that your hoe ass is grateful for today.
Does Batman fight crime exclusively at night?
Well, he is the night, so that's when he operates.
Sure, but like, does he not stop day crimes?
Huh. Never really thought about it.
Like if Alfred walks up to him at 2 p.m. with some horrific news, is he just actively ignoring it until it gets dark out?
Master Bruce, I hate to interrupt you in your leisure hours, but it appears Joker and his thugs have savagely beaten and abducted Robin.
Is that right? What time is it, Alfred?
I know, sir, but it's just they intend to take him apart piece by piece. They've already sent a thumb.
Look up in the sky, Alfred. Do you see a massive golden orb, kind of tough to look directly at it for too long?
I do, sir.
Then fuck off. Hey Siri, remind me it's sunset to save what's left of Robin.
Alright, you guys like impressions? Here's that guy Bob from Bob's Burgers. Hi, I'm Bob from Bob's Burgers. How about that show Archer? You watch that show Archer? Here's that guy Archer. Hi, I'm Archer from that show Archer. Now what if those guys met? Hey Archer, it's Bob. Hey Bob, it's Archer. Thank you.
It's Men's Health Awareness Month. Don't battle depression alone. Make everyone around you depressed too. Be a man.
What are my powers, Professor X? Maintenance. That is your power. You are genetically programmed to clean up. So like a job? It's not a job, it's who you are. What do you mean by that? While taking out the trash, have you ever thought to yourself, I'm not like the others? Why am I so good at raking leaves? That just sounds like stuff people don't want to do. I don't know. Are you sure I'm an X-Men? Of course you're an X-Men. You're a full-blown mutant. Because you will be using your abilities from the hours of 5 to 12 p.m. Okay, that's exactly what a job is. It's not a job, no. Those are the hours I would be giving you missions, telepathically, like night shift. You must solve the mystery of the broken water heater. Or night shift. The drains are clogged. Wolverine shaved his chest in the shower. Why would I want this? Why would I want any of this? You guys get Magneto. I'll make the beds. These are your abilities. I help you discover them. I don't choose them for you. Oh, how convenient that my superpower is shit that sucks. Listen, I would love if I could plunge a toilet like you. Okay? I would love to just watch you do that. And admire your skill of plunge. You know, I don't think I'm a mutant at all. I think you're just trying to trick me into working for free. No, you're not a mutant. You're just unemployed. Cerebro, found you on Indeed.
What are you good at your job?
Hiding from my boss.
Why?
Because good employees are hard to find.
This is the end.
I'm a big boy, I'm a real big boy. I'm a big boy, I'm a real big boy. I got a big wiener and I drive around town. Got a big old wiener, make my mommy proud. And I drive around town and I drive around town. Got a big old weenie and I drive around town. A big old truck, a big old truck. I got a big truck. And I drive around town and I drive around town with my big old wiener and I drive around town. I'm a big boy, I'm a real big boy.
Girl, your breath smell like a doo-doo parade. Your breath smell like an elephant booty grenade. Breath smelling like garbage truck juice. Smell like a whole tall glass of fuck you. Breath smell like old George Foreman grill grease. Smell like two wooden legs with some real feet. Girl, your breath smell like open ass. I don't think that I can cope with that. Your breath smell like a half a turd. High off a gum you denied. Oh, you have some nerve. Smell like a little man with doo-doo at the bottom of his Tim's. Did the fucking heel toe on your tongue and your chin. Why your breath smell like a silverback gorilla booty? Don't know why you didn't tell me about that stinking ass breath. Why your breath smell like a silverback gorilla booty? So you're really about to come here and talk me to death. Why your breath smell like a silverback gorilla booty? Don't know why you didn't tell me about that stinking ass breath. Why your breath smell like a silverback gorilla booty? So you're really about to come in and talk me to death. Breath smell like underneath Oprah's good wig. With that breath, how long you think you could live?
Let me ask you something. When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays?
No. No, man. Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
From Filthy Martini Studios in Ontario, California, it's the Foobar Show! Hey, what is up, everyone? I am Josie.
And I'm Steph.
Thank you all so very much for listening into the Foobar Show. Remember to follow, like, and comment on our socials as at Foobar Show. That's FOO Bar Show. And listen at FOOBarshow.com or wherever you get your podcasts. We'll keep fooing it up like a bunch of foos. Ain't that right, Steph?
That is right.
Steph, today's going to be a good one. You want to know why? Why? Because we made it to 400 episodes. Woo! Where's my drop? Where's my, here we go.
We did it.
We did it.
Cheers.
Yeah. What are you drinking there?
A mango nada, mango chamoy cocktail, VMC.
VMC, Viva Mexico Cabrones.
Mm-hmm.
By the one and only Canelo Alvarez.
That's right.
Yeah. It's pretty tasty. I have the tamarind one. I've grown quite fond of it. And then I also have the
what?
The Jamaican.
The Jamaica?
No, it's not what it's called in English. What is it called?
Jamaica?
Hibiscus.
Hibiscus.
There you go. Jamaica. But anyway, same thing. I think it deserves another one of these. And 400 episodes. A lot of the episodes can't be found anywhere anymore because platforms have taken them down for reasons. Mostly because we used to play music on this podcast. Yes. And, Spotify and YouTube, they started getting more hardcore with their policing of using music. Even though we're hyping up the bands and the artists.
Yeah.
I get it's just they won't let us use it. So
yeah, and also remember we don't make any money from this, so we weren't making any money from using those songs.
Right.
So just chill out.
Well, we were making money on ads.
Yeah. Like 2 cents.
It was a lot of ads. But yeah, we're just we're doing it for the love of the game at this point. And Steph, aside from being 400 episodes deep, would you say that we're shoulder deep at this point?
We're no, I feel like we're shoulder deep.
Shoulder deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I'm trying to think.
You're coming at her mouth with your hand. Is where you're at.
Right, because if you do elbow deep, then you're not in a good spot, right?
Well, I mean, at that point, if she could take it up to the elbow.
What are you talking about?
Isn't that the euphemism?
No.
What did you mean? What did you think that meant?
No, when you refer to depth of something,
Sure.
you're not talking about a lady's vagina. You're talking, you're talking about you're into the thick of whatever it is that you are talking about.
Can it be a lady's vagina?
Why would you want that?
That's
just like
everybody.
Her entire torso.
Whenever somebody says I'm finger
like
deep,
shoulder
I'm
deep,
knuckle deep,
you're just
I
like
am
okay,
elbow deep.
If you're knuckle deep,
It's
then
of
you're
course
just
we're
like,
talking about vaginas or an a-hole.
Yeah, I guess with the knuckle. But if you're elbow deep, then that's probably like you're elbow deep in shit. But nobody says shoulder deep, or like if you say waist deep, where are you? You're in the water.
Are you though? Or does she have a really big vagina?
Okay, no. Get your head out of the gutter.
No. Anyway, aside from the 400 episodes, because we're shoulder deep now, Moo Deng is officially a terrible 2-year-old. Neil the seal has finally taken his giant chaotic ass back into the ocean.
Neil the seal.
And geek culture somehow keeps giving us reasons to leave the house. So that's what's up today. On top of all of that, we're also going to have our good friend Doug Brode at the tail end of Geeking Out. So because we already recorded that one, and that one's going to be around, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes, I believe. So we're going to forego the "Here's What I Would Do" segment for this time around because we're pretty excited to play the interview with Doug and yeah, he has a lot of cool stuff. His new book just came out, Shelli, R Evolution.
Yes.
I was calling it Revolution, but it's R-Evolution.
Part 3 in the Shelli saga.
Yeah, and I thought that he was done with the 3.
Oh, no.
And I don't know why I had the impression that he was only going to do 3, because he only did 3 for the ship series.
Yeah, and then he actually talks about it in the interview.
He gets into it. Yeah. He gets into it. But anyway, going back to Moo Deng.
Happy birthday, Moo Deng.
Moo Deng turns 2, and let's see. She was born on July 10th, 2024, which means the internet's favorite pygmy hippo officially turned 2 over the weekend. For those who don't know, Moo Deng is a pygmy hippo from Thailand. And she became famous when they started posting pictures of her just acting erratically and just giving like the funniest kind of moments for a little baby hippo to be running around in and being scared of water, even though she loves water. Doesn't make any sense. But she would just be like, ah! And it was funny. It was cute.
She would just scream.
People loved it.
She would just scream the entire time.
Yeah. And now she's big. She's almost as big as her mom. And pygmy hippos, by the way, are endangered. Like there's maybe only a few thousand on Earth.
And I think, we did talk about this. Yeah, they're in the thousands.
Yeah, and so this is really kind of promoting the fact that they're endangered, and they're raising money so that they can continue to help them breed and stuff, so that they don't go away.
And I learned something about zoos that a lot of people forget, because a lot of people think that they're being held captive in the zoos, but the zoos are actually part of the conservation project for these endangered species, and they help conserve the species that would otherwise go extinct in the wild. And so they're doing their part.
I didn't do fucking shit. So she became a global meme as a 2-month-old because of her permanently irritated face, slippery little body, and willingness to bite basically anything within range. She would always bite her keeper's knee.
Yeah, when she was little.
Her name loosely translates to bouncy pork, which remains one of the best celebrity names of all time.
Bouncy pork.
And it's the internet's hippo. She's your favorite hippo's favorite hippo, is the way I describe it to people who don't know who she is. But yeah, last year, thousands of people showed up to her first birthday, complete with a huge fruit and vegetable cake and charity auction supporting conservation. Her popularity also helped raise awareness of the pygmy hippos, as I just said, as well. So she's one of the few influencers who has never apologized, never launched the podcast, and still deserves every follower.
Mm-hmm. Moo Deng, everybody.
Moo Deng, everybody. It's fun. At first, my love for Moo Deng was tongue in cheek. And the more that they kept posting about her, the more, funny moments they had with her. And I just became a fan.
Yeah. She just, I don't know. They just loved her face and her insaneness, and she just blew up.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah. And there's been like other pygmy hippos that have tried to write the coattails, but like, let's see, there's Poppy, there is Mars. I think Mars is what, from like Kansas or something like that.
Something like that.
There's another one that I just shared with you that was just born a couple of months ago and now has made it out into the public. What is it? Bread roll.
Is that? Oh, that's right.
Remember, I shared that one with you. They all look the
Bread
same.
roll.
They're all just cute little baby hippos. But what made Moo Deng very special was just her personality.
She stands out from the rest.
Speaking about standing out from the rest, Neil the seal finally went back into the ocean. Have you guys been following this? Have you been following this, Steph?
I'm the one who mentioned it to you.
Oh my.
Neil's back
Yeah.
on the streets of Tassie.
Neil, the roughly 2,200-pound southern elephant seal who has spent weeks lounging around Tasmania, blocking roads, flattening signs, and attracting enormous crowds, has returned to the sea for now. He comes ashore to rest and molt, then heads back into the ocean before returning again later. So the funny part is that authorities aren't worried about Neil being a menace so much as people are being too obsessed with him.
Yeah.
They've repeatedly asked spectators to stay at least like 20 meters away because he's still a massive wild predator, despite having or behaving like a lazy neighborhood celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was speculation that because he's by himself, right? You don't see any other seals around it, but so they were speculating that his mother got separated from the herd and gave birth to him there, which is why he's the only one that returns to that area.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he just makes his way back. And he hates anything vertical.
That's true. He's a horizontal guy.
Horizontal only.
Yeah. Unless he's, I don't know, he's got to be vertical in the ocean. He's got to come up for air at some point.
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Asserting dominance.
Right.
Let me take down this pole.
Yep. But let's speaking of an elephant seal, let's talk about the elephant in the room, shall we? Steph, besides it being 400 episodes, yes, we've been gone for the last couple of weeks. I think, 3 weeks?
Oh, yeah,
That. So we had every intention of doing podcasts every week. My schedule has been full. Like, it's just been packed up. Of course, I'm still playing in a band. I'm going to work. Doing all a bunch of other stuff. But what has really occupied a lot of my time this month of July, because Steph has volunteered our home to host her brother's baby shower. So, and we have a pretty big backyard, but it's just not, it wasn't easy on the eyes, you know? So, I'm trying to give it a facelift, but it's a big yard. It's a big, massive yard. And I want to do things to it, and it's just going to take some time, and it's just me working on it for the most part. You help when you can, Steph.
Right.
But yeah, I'm the one kind of back there, and
I give you moral support.
Yeah,
I'm coaching you with my microphone from the porch. You can't put that there. You can't put it there.
And I just end up ignoring you. So there's that. But anyway, Steph, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm going to go to Medieval Times soon.
Oh, yeah, this weekend, right?
Medieval Times.
Haven't been there for a couple of years. I imagine, and when I went a couple of years, it had already been like 20 years since I went the previous time. And it was the same goddamn experience. Like, nothing changed.
It's fun, though.
It is really fun.
It's fun.
For those who don't know what Medieval Times is, tell them all about it, Steph. It's in Buena Park.
It's a dinner and a tournament, okay? Set in the medieval times setting, where there's jousting, live horseback riding, and you get to cheer for the team that you're sectioned in. So it's
the
just
color.
Like, it's really fun with family. It's like family friendly. Kids go. You know, you can take pictures before with like princesses and knights before the tournament. They give you dinner, which is included in the ticket.
You can get a giant beer stein, too. I bought one when we went the last time.
Yeah, and then they have the horses on display. in their resting stalls, so you can see them there, but you can't touch them because they're behind glass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun for the whole family. I'm going with a bunch of my coworkers, and should be fun.
Nice.
Should be fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun. It's just how fun is it going to be?
I don't know.
Depends how much alcohol you have. Are you driving there? Or is somebody driving you?
No, I'm going to drive.
Oh,
I'm going to drive.
Well, all right then.
But I got work the next day.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course. Yeah, that's another reason why we've kind of not really been doing these episodes, because I work on the weekends now.
Yeah, you work on Sundays.
So
Yeah, you're Sunday through Thursday is your week. So that complicates things. So when you get home from work, you're exhausted. I'm exhausted from working on the yard. We still have to make dinner and do other chores.
Yeah,
to get ready for the rest of the week. Adulting. Yeah. But anyway, Steph, all right. The animals are thriving. We somehow reached 400 episodes, and we can do an extremely brief geeking out before Doug Brody joins us. What do you say?
let's do it.
All right. Let me just there you go.
Check it out! Check it out! Check it out! Check it out!
Do you want to get us started here, Steph?
Yes. So, San Diego Comic-Con is coming up.
Con.
I know. We didn't get tickets this year.
We never do.
We never do. It is so hard.
Not for lack of trying.
I have been trying for the last 10 years. I've only ever gotten tickets one time.
Yeah. And
I wasn't even the one that got the ticket. It was my friend that got the ticket for me.
Right.
And we had...
I went, though. I had a fantastic time just strolling around downtown San Diego.
Yes.
Jacking
There's
it.
a lot to do. So San Diego Comic-Con blog has Outside Comic-Con. There's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do. So Comic-Con is going to happen Thursday through Sunday, the 23rd through the 26th. So coming up.
It's Comic-Con Light.
Comic-Con Light.
If you're not actually in the convention, there's a shit ton of things happening around there. It's pretty cool.
We did that a couple years ago. Was it last year?
Could have been.
Last year? A couple years ago? Either way.
Yeah. Yeah, we did go back. We did go back.
Yes, there's a ton of stuff. Oh, it was last year.
Yeah.
Ton of stuff to do that does not require a badge. So let me just give you an example. You can do kitties and coffee for Comic-Con at the Cat Cafe. Paramount at the Lodge is going to come back. There's a Hello Kitty Cafe truck. Oh, Magic the Gathering, Marvel Superheroes Experience. This is going to be throughout the event. And then from Thursday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., you can visit the experience at Petco Park and learn how to play Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Or, just play. Because we've talked about this recently, and Magic the Gathering's coming back.
Yeah, more and more people are playing it. Also, Dungeons and Dragons, ever since I think Stranger Things has really kind of made a comeback as well with the mainstream. Bunch of guys from my work are like dedicating their weekends to it now. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. It gets pretty competitive.
Yeah.
A lot of the cafes are changing their theme. There's Candyland Cafe.
All the bars and restaurants too.
Yeah. Ghostbusters coming back. There's just Star Trek Fleet Command, 60 years of Star Trek archive experience at the Sinclair. Check it out if you have time. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff to do inside of Comic-Con. Too much for us to handle on this podcast for today. But yeah, check it out, San Diego Comic-Con. I would love to get in there again. So we're just going to keep trying for probably the next 10 years and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, the official schedule is now live with programming spanning movies, television, animation, gaming, comics, anime, major studio presentations. It's usually the week when studios announce like a bunch of things happening, show footage to one large room, which is Hall H. And then tell the rest of us to enjoy the blurry description out of somebody's flip phone.
Oh, yeah. Actually, The flip phones now are actually really nice because they're just they're not even flipped. Okay, they're foldable.
Foldable.
Which is
yeah.
God, I want the trifold one. Oh,
There's a trifold one.
There's a trifold one, and it
You can
expands
put it
to
in an
10
envelope?
inches. Is it? No, it's not like paper thin.
Oh.
It's like 10 inches. Like you're looking at literally a tablet.
Okay.
When it unfolds, but it's a little too expensive. So
Okay.
I'll just deal with the bar phone.
Speaking
on.
of, well, I was
Shut up.
Oh,
Moving
fuck.
on.
All right, Jesus.
Okay, what?
I was just gonna say that LA Comic Con tickets are also available.
Yes. LA Comic Con tickets are on sale.
That's the one that for sure we consistently go to. It returns from October 30th to November 1st at the LA Convention Center. Weekend and VIP passes are currently available, and announced guests already include Aaron Paul, Dean Norris, and several performers from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yes.
Yeah, so that one's going to be pretty cool.
Cannot wait to go back to that. Okay, Legend of the White Dragon. And we have talked about this before.
Yeah.
We finally have a release date.
Remind everybody what it's about.
Legend of the White Dragon. It is...
There's synopsis there. Is that not it?
This synopsis... No, it just says who it stars.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
who does it star? Let's start with that.
In the aftermath, the city was left decimated, a past reminder of a great battle and fall of heroes. The heroes were blamed, stripped of their titles, and hunted. It is starring the late, great Jason David Frank.
Jason David Frank, man. We saw him at LA Comic Con, and then the following year he was gone. It was a sad, tragic moment, man. And they gave him a pretty good homage. Because of his absence when they were talking about Legend of the White Dragon. No, actually, what was it? Was it the Red Ray? Was it the Power Ranger one? Oh, they were talking about the dragon, huh? The Legend of the White Dragon.
Legend of the White Dragon is a Power Ranger movie.
Nuh-uh.
Well, I mean, yes, but...
Power Ranger adjacent.
Power Ranger adjacent.
It's not Power Rangers.
It's not Power Rangers
No.
because they can't call it Power Rangers.
But yeah, they wear suits just like the Power Rangers.
Yes, this is a Bat and the Sun production, which we had talked about before, and we've actually showcased on our show. His daughter is also in it.
Mm-hmm.
It is being released, oh my God, August 28th.
Coming up.
Year.
Yeah, month and a half.
We have been waiting for this movie for years. Not for 4 years, but
4 years. Yeah.
4 years, yes. I'm so excited. I really have high hopes for
We
this.
were shoulder deep into waiting for this movie to be released.
Yes. The battle sees the White Dragon return to a city to protect his wife and daughter from a new threat.
There you go.
So I cannot wait.
So lots of action, as you can imagine. A lot of Power Rangers style
Action,
fights and stuff.
drama.
Yeah.
Next we have, the last thing for me is Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender.
That, by the way, this is a sequel to the first Airbender Avatar series, which I consider to be one of the best TV series of all time.
Yes, the internet agrees.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. It's great. There's no bad episodes. The pacing is fantastic. The storyline is great.
Mhm.
It's easy to follow. Kids and adults alike can just, enjoy it. Some friends become enemies. Some enemies become friends.
Yeah, and I originally kind of stayed away from it because I said, it's on
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon, that's going to be for kids. But then I started watching it, and I'm just like, these are adult themes
Yep.
that are happening right now.
Yep.
And all these kids are forced to face it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what really drew me in.
Well, and then when they did the other series, The Legend of Korra, we got a brief glance of Aang in there as an old man, right? Like before he died.
Right.
And now we're getting to him just being, a young adult? Or into adulthood,
so
maybe?
this features an older Aang, again, trying to save the world from extinction with his friends. And this is not a series. It's a movie.
It's a movie.
Runtime is an hour and 39 minutes.
Holy shit. Okay.
And it will be streaming on Paramount Plus July 25th.
Nice. As long as my friend is still logged into my Apple TV here, we'll have access.
Yeah. So I don't know. Is Appa still in here?
It's got to be.
It's got to be.
Or maybe Appa's kid.
Appa. Oh my God. Those episodes where Appa gets kidnapped?
That was sad.
That was so sad. Appa, no.
Yeah, they really pulled out your heartstrings right there. Because, it's just this big brute of an animal that can fly. It's like a flying buffalo thing that they ride around in. And it gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
And it's crying, and it's a whole thing.
Isn't he a bison?
Well, isn't a bison a buffalo? A type of buffalo?
Is it?
Yes. Don't type it in.
Bison,
Oh, God.
a buff.
Googling with Steph. Yes.
Is a.
Oh, God. It's probably a bison,
bison.
Steph. It's probably a bison.
He's a flying bison.
There you go.
Okay.
/ buffalo.
Mystery solved.
There you go. The only other thing that I wanted to chat about, ever since I was like 12 years old, I've always been a fan of like Greek and Roman mythology. And so I've seen all of the Odyssey movies or anything related to, the stories from Homer and all that cool stuff. I am very interested in watching this, although I don't know that I'll have the time to watch it as it releases, but it is coming out this week. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey arrives this week, opening up on July 17th, starring Matt Damon as Odysseus with Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, Robert Pattinson, Lupita Nyong'o, Charlize Theron, and John Bernthal in the ensemble. Damon has called it the most physically demanding movie of his career, largely because Nolan used practical ships, real locations, huge crowds, and extensive IMAX filming rather than relying entirely on digital environments. I think that's pretty cool.
Practical sets.
All practical sets. I mean, back in the day, what was it, like the 60s or 70s when that one came out? They were using like claymation.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
And that was cool. I think the Cyclops was, a lot of them were. Like Medusa, all the monsters were claymation for the most part.
No, you're thinking of the one before that.
Which one?
Because there was
one that came out like maybe 20 years ago?
20 years ago? Really?
They had the Kraken and everything in it.
I think you might be right. No, but I think the claymation one was
a
live
lot
action. Older than you thought. Yeah.
No, it was from like the 60s.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you might be right.
I am right. I mean, it's probably like not.
Oh no! I look up claymation and then it literally gives me claymation.
You're awful. It's also reportedly Nolan's most expensive film and the first feature shot entirely with IMAX film cameras. The story adapts Homer's ancient poem about Odysseus spanning 10 years trying to return home after the Trojan War while battling monsters, gods, temptation, and his own terrible decision-making. So Christopher Nolan finally found a story complicated enough that nobody can accuse him of making it confusing. The Greeks did that 2,700 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah. Because Nolan's known for his weirdness. But what?
1997.
Nuh-uh.
I'm just like, there was nothing that came out 20 years ago. You're thinking about something that came out almost 30 years ago.
No, there was a newer one where there was a Kraken, like released the Kraken, and there was a whole thing. I think it was, what's his face? Liam Neeson.
That was not.
It's probably, what was it then? If it wasn't the Odyssey, what was it?
I will let you know. Hold on. Okay. Continue talking. Shut up.
I don't know what else to say. I'm done. Steph, you just enjoy having dead air over here.
Well, you know what? You are just wrong half the time.
Half the time? That's a terrible batting average.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that would be a pretty good batting average.
It's not the Odyssey, though.
Yeah, it probably isn't. You're probably right.
What is it called? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a bit. People are yelling at their podcasting devices right now.
Because there was two of those movies, I think.
Oh, for fuck's fuck's sake. Okay, Release the Kraken.
Release the Kraken, Liam Neeson.
There he is. Boom. It came right up. Clash of the Titans. Jesus Christ, Steph. Came out 16 years ago. You couldn't just type in Release the Kraken. Anyway.
No, because I knew who was in the movie. Sam Worthington was in the movie. Wasn't he?
And that's all you typed in.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the podcast, Steph. I'm excited to see this.
Me too.
Okay, good. Cool. Well, let's try. Let's try.
Try what?
To watch it.
Okay.
In the theater. I'd like, because it's an
try.
IMAX and stuff. So I really like to watch it. All right. I'm all out of things to talk about for geeking out, Steph. Would you care to talk to Doug Brode now?
I would love to.
Here we go. Well, joining us today is our good friend, Doug Brode. Doug has spent years in Hollywood as a storyboard and concept artist on films like Star Trek, Iron Man, Thor, amongst others. He also created the Cinemax sci-fi series Forbidden Science. On top of that, he's built an impressive career as a novelist recently with the Ship Saga and the Shelley Synthetic Crime series. Today, we're celebrating the release of the third and final book in the trilogy, Shelley, Our Revolution. And we're excited to dive back into the Shelley world. Doug, welcome back to the Foobar Show. How you doing?
Welcome.
Yeah, no, it's not the final one. I mean, unless I screw up the next one.
Oh, okay. I just always
I'm
figured
working on the next one.
I just figured it was going to be a trilogy like the ship.
It's funny. I've had several reviewers
Yeah?
say that. They're like, "Oh, it's a great climax to the trilogy," and I feel like I can't get across to them because they're reviewers on Amazon stuff.
I see.
feel like writing somewhere. This is not the end.
That's good
I
to
should have
know.
put at the end of the book, Shelley will return, but it never occurred to me that people would think that it would be over.
Shelley will return in Avengers Doomsday.
I can't imagine who thought that was a good idea, releasing Dune 3 and Avengers on the same day.
Oh, no.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Well, looks like they don't like money, I guess. But
It makes no sense. Because like dads would probably always pick Dune 3, but we have to go with Avengers first with our kids.
Uh-huh.
So Dune's going to get hit by that because a lot of people who go to Dune, I'm sure, are dads. They're like, a little bit older men, and they want to see Dune. They want, and they're like, oh, okay, let's go see Avengers first for the kids.
Or
kids always win.
Or they'll split up at the lobby.
Yeah.
No, they'll still want to see Avengers. It's just not I want to see Avengers. It's just not at the same.
Yeah.
The same level.
I remember back in the day, I went with a neighbor friend and his parents to the movies, and they went to go see Notting Hill. I went to go see Austin Powers.
So you just
by myself as like a 10-year-old or something. But anywho, I mean, thanks for letting me know that it's not a trilogy. How many are you thinking?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I didn't know that I was even going to write the third one. Where is it? There, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but that's it right there. Shirley, our evolution. I had written the second one, and I swore to myself I wouldn't really. I was so proud of the first Shelley book.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was the best thing I'd ever done. I'm like, I'm not going to do a sequel unless other people think it's as good as the first one. So I sent it out to a bunch of people before releasing it. That was the second one called Murder Mind, and a lot of people liked it. So then I was like, okay, I'll make this into a series. So, but then when I started the third one, I got about 70 pages in, and I stopped. And I was like, I'm just not feeling like writing. I'd written 5 books, 6 years in a row, because the first book took me 2 years. So I'd been writing for just every year, and I was getting burnt out. And I put the 70 pages away, and I'm like, I think I'm going to not write this year. And a couple weeks went by, and I was like, well, let me dig it out. Maybe it was longer than that. It might have been a month. And I dug it out, and I read it, and I read it all the way through. And I read the first act, which is 70 pages. And it was too good. I was like, okay, I got to finish this. So I finished it, and I'm very, very proud of the third one. I think it's one of my best, but I won't release another Shelley book until I feel it's as good as everything that's come before it. Because I now I really have readers now. I've thousands of readers now, and so they're eager. They're very eager for it, but also they can turn on you if you screw it up. So.
Yeah, they can. Nerds don't forget. Yeah,
I've been one of those people, so I know how that goes. It's like, you jump the shark.
So writing this third one, would you say that it's more exciting or more intimidating? Because it's one thing to start a story, wrapping up like years of mysteries, relationships, and themes. It's got to come with a lot of pressure, no?
Oh, it comes with it comes. No, it didn't come with as much pressure because I was like, I'm not going to release this unless I think it's that good. But then once I was like, okay, this is to the caliber. Then you feel a little bit of a little nervousness. Like, I hope everybody else likes it as much as the early readers did, because there was only a few early readers.
Yeah.
I have a developmental editor who read it, and I had a couple of people who were YouTube reviewers and stuff who had liked the book. They'd liked the first two that I did send advance copies to, because I wanted to see what they thought. Because I figured, I don't know. I just didn't want to let anybody down.
Yeah.
So, but the title "Our Evolution" actually came from the first Shelley book. Originally, each of the Shelley books has 3 parts in it, and the third part of that, the first book, was going to be called "Our Evolution." But there was an evolution at the end of that book, without giving anything away. But there wasn't a revolution, so I couldn't use it. But I always had in the back of my mind that that would be a really cool title for something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this one was a long time coming. I definitely swung for the fences. Big things happen in this one. And there were some twists in there that I would never have done in the first 2 books. I didn't play it safe at all, because in the back of my head, I'm like, well, I just won't release it if it doesn't come out good. So it gave me actually a little bit of freedom with this concept of, well, if it doesn't work out, then I'll know what the next mystery was. But, each book stands completely on its own, basically. I mean, their relationship as partners evolves and the world evolves. But each one is a standalone mystery, so I can stop it at any point. So if you stop after the first book, you're good. If you stop at the second or stop at the third, like you've got a complete story.
Yeah.
And another thing I've noticed is that based on the sales for the new one, which are far, far exceeding all my other books, I mean, right out of the gate, I mean, it's expensive putting one of these books together when you're an indie author, and more than half of my budget was covered in the first day of release. So,
Nice.
it's been doing quite well. So that means I'm probably getting people who are just jumping in on the third book. They may not have even read the first 2. So,
I really do appreciate that it's like a complete story, because there's times where, like if I'm searching for a new book and it's a continuation from, previous one, I get lost. But that's why Shelley's so good. Because I can just pick it up and then just read it as is. And then I do appreciate, having read through the book, there's like something hidden in the cover, I feel like.
There is something hidden in the cover. Yes, there is something hidden in the cover. Yes. It's not even that hidden, but you just don't know why it's there. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
One thing I appreciate about why I think the sequels were so good is because you did a really awesome job kind of setting up the world building and everything. Kind of made people, at least me, really appreciate what's going on. And I think you can build off of that, and you have been.
Yeah, but the trick then is that you're always like, because I know it all and I assume my readers know it all, but you have to then always be thinking about the new one. So you do have to kind of repeat it. Like one of the things that I always have to repeat in each of these books is that no synthetic is ever online. They're not connected to what's called the index, which is like the future version of the internet.
Yeah.
And none of them, even Shelley, isn't connected. They have to use a computer and this and that to get online, just like a human being. Because I felt like that would be a government sanction that they would do that, so that basically they couldn't get Terminator, so that the synthetics can never grow beyond a certain ability, unlike the internet, which doesn't have a body. Can continue to grow, or the index as it's called. So I have to repeat that in each book. In fact, I'm starting very early, the next one, and I keep having to remind myself I have to put in things to remind people, to tell new readers, oh yeah, this is how the world works. So
and it's
a balancing game each book. To you don't want to over explain it to people who've been in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
The new people, you have to make sure that they understand the logistics of the world.
I think we should have that in real life though too, like not letting these synthetics plug into the internet. Can you run for Congress and introduce that or something? Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, this is very like, I don't know. There's a lot of laws and regulations that would, come up with all of these synthetics, plugging in.
That's assuming that Congress would be quick enough to act.
They never are.
Something that I don't know what I can say about this, but something that comes up at the very end of the third one is definitely something that plays in the background of this one, in the fact that different states might look at things differently as things evolve. And so, yeah. It definitely starts to turn into a red and blue kind of thing, but not with modern things. You can extrapolate from modern things, though. You can, I can't say too much because that's kind of what I'm working on now.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well,
something.
The first Shelley book came out at a time when like AI was just becoming a part of everyday conversation. Fast forward to today, it's pretty much everywhere. So like, has the public relationship with AI, do you think, changed the way readers interpret the books?
I don't know. I haven't. It's a fair question. I don't really know. I always write because I'm an old dude. For anybody who can't see the video, I'm in my 50s. So I'm always kind of thinking of the 80s and the 90s. Like X-Files is my heyday. And so I'm always really looking at the mystery, and I'm always looking at like what's a compelling concept or mystery idea. And then the world with the synthetics and the human relations is just so much part of the tapestry of the world. But I never sit around thinking, oh, I'm going to write a sci-fi story about robots. Yeah. They're in there, but since I worked in the film industry for 30 years and everything, I know more about science fiction than I know about real life. So it's in the background. It's on every page, but I don't really think about it. I'm always thinking about the mystery, and I'm thinking about things like that. Yeah. So what a reader's relationship is to the subject with the AI and stuff, I would assume they each come into it with their own thing. But we all see the dangers of AI, but we all still enjoy the benefits of it. I mean, anytime I'm out with my family and we have a question about something, this came out of a July 4th party. I can't remember what we were talking about, but we had a disagreement and we're like, well, let's ask the master.
Yeah.
We went to chat and chat told us the answer,
Yeah. I've been working on the backyard here, a huge project that we're working on, and I've been consulting my AI on like, what's the best way to do this? If I was a professional, how would a professional approach this?
Exactly. Yeah.
So
the problem though is with chat that I've noticed that you can ask it at different times and it'll give you different answers. I mean, not like historical things. Like if you ask them, when did the Holocaust occur? It'll give you a date.
Sure.
It'll give you a time period. But if you ask it something a little bit more subjective, like what you're talking about with the backyard, I promise you ask a different AI or you ask it on a different day, it'll give, and you frame it a little bit differently the way you ask it, it'll give you a completely different answers.
Well, one thing that I've learned to do when working with AI is the very, very first, I guess, question in the chat is just establishing, don't tell me what I want to hear. Like, be as objective as possible. So I kind of have to like remind it, like, don't just make me happy here. Like, actually give me some actual information that I can work with.
You have to teach it.
Yeah.
And it says so many words. It really does like to chat. Like, that's the problem. It talks too much. Like, it's just like, I just want a simple answer. Like,
You think that's
like, when did Julius Caesar live? And instead of just telling me, like, when did Julius Caesar live, he's going to give me a whole background about the whole world and the time frame and what life was like. And I'm like, dude, I just asked this.
Exactly.
And then you have to dig around in the text to try to find that specific answer. So,
Yeah.
Is there a way that you can turn off that like friendly setting?
There is. It is a setting.
Oh, really? I didn't know there was a friendly setting you can turn off. Oh, I need to turn that off. It's too friendly.
It came up when I believe the last update, the last ChatGPT update. It asked me again. He's like, there's different personalities, and there's like a friendly, stoic, or something like that. And I just picked the middle one. Just I didn't want it to be I don't want it to be a D-bag, but I didn't want it to be like super friendly either. But
my wife's got some very friendly male voice coming out of it. He's like, yeah. And it'll be like, there's even a joke I saw online. It's totally true. I've seen this happen where, like, she'll ask me about her feelings or whatever, and I'll be like, oh, I hope you feel better. And then Chad will be like, I hear you, baby. No, you don't say, baby. I hear you. You're valid. Your concerns are valid.
Yeah.
Your husband should be listening more. I'm sorry that you're going through. It's like, man, Chad, what are you on?
No, there was an entire South Park episode that was written by ChatGPT, and that's exactly what happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's very true. It's very true. You know? I'm sure that there's another married man listening to this who've been like, yep, been there, heard that.
Yeah, it's funny because all my voices on my phone are men too. It just happened that way.
Mine's a lady. I don't know.
Well, that's a default.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like where I'm at as a reader, because I can see like the advances in the AI news that's coming out, like periodically. I feel like you're a few steps ahead of like what's actually happening right now. So I can see, like, as I'm reading the book, it's like, oh, I can see this happening in real life. Sort of.
Cool. That's what I go for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it all tries to serve the mystery for me. I mean, I each one I try to open with usually the first two are murder mysteries. The third one, you're not sure if it's a murder mystery or not. It opens with a synthetic that commits syntheside, which is the first case of a synthetic self-destructing.
Wow.
And it kind of throws Shelley for a loop because a machine shouldn't be able to go against its purpose like that. Mm-hmm. And so but that opens a much bigger, broader adventure. So
wow. If you can share, like, what's one of the moments in the new book where you were most excited for readers to finally experience without spoiling anything? Is that possible?
I can't. That's the midway point.
Okay.
Steph's read it, right?
Yeah. You can't say anything.
Midway point. I can't. It's a big thing. It's like she was saying. There's a clue on the cover, but big stuff happens in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to think of what I could say that happens early on. I brought back a character from the first book, Marcus Finian. Mm-hmm. And it was fun to see. He was actually going to show up in the second book, and then I rewrote the last 120 pages because they were terrible. I went down this Miami Vice route that was just all wrong, and I erased it all, and I ended up having to rewrite the last 120 pages of Murder Mine. Thank God I did. But I had in my back of my mind, well, I didn't bring him back in the second one. Maybe I'll bring him in for the third. So it was nice bringing him back. And you see some military synthetics for the first time in this book. And their arms can can morph. So I brought in kind of like nanite technology that can make a hand turn into a blade and turn into a propeller and things like that. Edged weapons. But I keep it very grounded. I never really give Shelley loses all the time. I mean, anybody who's read the Shelley books, for all of her strength and speed and a vast knowledge and stuff, she can be wrong. Yeah. That's a rule that each book I make sure that she's wrong at least once, or if not more. She can be defeated. I don't have that as a rule that she gets defeated in every book, but I think she's been defeated at least in every book at least once. Just because you never want to do where you make any character unbeatable. I find it much more interesting when they're beatable. Ripley from Aliens is still my favorite female character because she had just such feminine reasons for doing what she was doing. I mean, there was nothing masculine about her. She was trying to protect the child and everybody bought it. And she wasn't an action hero. And then you get to the end and she does the whole big action moment. You completely buy it, but you buy it for emotional reasons. You buy it for, I try to make believability really important and from a character standpoint on everything. Yeah. And none of my villains are wrong. That's another thing. Another rule I have is I've never written a book in any of my books where I think the villain is wrong. They have an opinion that you can absolutely understand.
Yeah.
I could never write somebody like a Hamas terrorist. I don't understand, just wanting to kill and rape and all that stuff. But I can understand somebody who has a very different philosophical view on technology and rights for synthetics and things like that. And that I can completely understand. So,
Well, I think in recent history, a lot of the like sci-fi films or even comic book films that have villains in them, the ones that people tend to really like is when you humanize the villain and you're kind of on his side, sort of, or you at least understand and sympathize a little bit with what they're doing. We were watching the first Spider-Man with Tom Holland yesterday, and the Vulture character, you can understand why he's doing what he's doing. He was doing a bunch of contract work. The government came in and said, "No, you're out of here." He's like, "But I have a lien on the house. What am I going to do?" And then he had to turn to doing crime.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's a good example. I would not have thought of the Vulture from Spider-Man, but yes, that is a very
me either, but we watched it last night. So.
Well, the thing I remember about that movie was the great scene. I mean, really, one of the best scenes in Marvel history was just acting, no special effects. It was just him turning around when he drops him off at the prom.
Yeah.
And tells him he knows who he is. I guess spoilers for like a 10-year-old movie or 15-year-old. But that acting, that moment, not only did it show me and reminded me how great Michael Keaton can be, but it works on so many great levels because he's protecting his family, but he'll absolutely kill Spider-Man. He's threatening. Everything is that's a great. Actually, Vulture's a great example. Good job. I kind of gone down the rabbit hole in my mind. Yeah, actually, he's a very good example of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and just like other sci-fi things with the protagonist, when it's not about like the synthetics, like you said, it's not the Walking Dead isn't about zombies. It's about the people, and it just happens to be all that stuff happening in the background.
Right. Well, it's definitely not in the background with my books. I mean, the synthetics are a very, very large part of the world, and there's a group called the Synthetic Underground, which is certainly inspired by the slavery underground, the railroad or whatever back in the day. And I'm certainly looking at history and things like that. So it's very much a tapestry. It's very much in the forefront of all the investigations and Shelley's mind. And Shelley's constantly evolving across the series of the book. That when you first meet it's not even a she, it's an it. When you first meet Shelley, Shelley just hunts them down and destroys them without a second thought. And then you see a difference in the second book. And then you see a more of a difference in the third. And so she is evolving. And it's not really a pronoun thing. It's a mentality thing about the way that she's looking at what she has to do. Because her purpose is to hunt down defective machines and prevent them from harming humans. And that is a core thing that she can't rewrite. But how she goes about it changes over the course of the 3 books.
Yeah. Yeah. So kind of taking a small pivot here, if we go back in time and talk to Doug when Doug was writing the first Shelley and showed him what the sequels ended up turning into, what would Doug think? Or would he be proud? Would he be excited?
Yeah, I think I'd be very excited. Like I said, every time I've made sure never to release the book unless I think it's as good as the first one. Because I was so proud of the first one, and I even wrote a blog somewhere where I talked about maybe I won't. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to release a sequel because I don't know if I can match the first one. And then I did with the second one. The second one didn't have neither did the third. They don't have the great twist ending of the first, just because the twist ending for that one came very organically late in the game. I did not plan it, but once I had that twist ending, it altered the course of the entire series. It altered who Shelley would become, and so I've never been able to try to compete with that twist ending, and I just kind of put that to rest and be like, I'm not going to. I'm just going to try to tell the best story I can. But yeah, no, I think Doug of what was that 3 years ago would be proud to see that Shelley kept going. Probably very surprised at how much Shelley had grown over the course of those 3 books. And so had Jake. I made some choices with Jake in the second book that impacts the rest of the series that probably would have really surprised me that I would not have thought of doing. I don't think it's a big spoiler to say. In the second book, 5 years have taken place between the first and the second book. And when we meet Jake again, he now has a child. And that very much changes the course of the series, especially in the third book. The third book, again, I have to be careful what I say, but there is a very personal impact for Jake in the third investigation.
Okay. All right.
It's a lot more. It's not just about hunting synthetics for him in the third book and the new one, Our Evolution.
So you're working on another one.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I just started. We'll see if it ends up in the trash bin.
So, but while you've been working on the Shelley books, are there other ideas or concepts for other novels that you were sort of storyboarding or anything like that?
Well, not storyboarding. I do that for a job. That's my job. I definitely don't draw on my off time.
Okay.
That's why I whenever I go do Comic-Con, I always get people asking me for a Shelley comic, like return readers and stuff. And I'm like, man, the last thing I'm going to do on my off time is sit around and draw a Shelley comic, and I'm not having somebody else draw Shelley, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I don't think that one's going to happen. Have I thought of other ideas? Yes. I would love to do something in outer space. Mm-hmm. I've always been fascinated by the idea of what's out there, but Shelley has by far been my most successful thing. I mean, it's really been doing well. The third book in particular had I think something like 3 times more pre-orders than my first 5 books combined. So it's a steady incline. So the last thing I'm going to do is ditch that. So Shelley and I hopefully will last for a few more years. I'll see how the next one comes out, but that's the goal, is to probably stay with Shelley for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's been enough time that I'm not going to really worry about spoilers. In the first book I ever wrote, The Ship, a character named Casey sees a flash of the future, and in that future, she sees that there's a man and machine war. This whole series of Shelley takes place right before that war. So I never see the war. I would end before then, but I know that in the back of my mind. And so whenever a villain is doing something, that they think, like in the second book, may, give humanity an advantage on some future war, and our heroes are fighting against it, I actually know in the back of my mind, well, the villain's actually not wrong.
Yeah.
And so that adds a certain texture to it in my mind, at least,
Interesting. So. Okay. Steph, you got anything?
Just going back to maybe like your writing process. Do you put on any music while you're writing? I know you're up, hours at a time. Do you have anything playing that can kind of like influence a scene?
Silence. No, I know I have to have absolute silence. I know Stephen King blasts music while he writes. I don't get that. I need to have absolute silence. So I can't even if they can hear the kids outside. I can't write. So I have to have complete silence. I have to just like completely be in that world. Yeah. So no, there's no distraction. As far as my writing process goes, my chapters are short. They're usually anywhere from 3 to 6 pages. I try not to go beyond 6 pages, just because each chapter is a scene. And I'm always thinking about like the people who are reading it. They're always like, okay, one more chapter before I go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had reviewers talk about how they stayed up late at night because they were like, okay, just one more chapter. And so I've always had that in my back of my head that I'll continue that. So when I'm writing, I try to do a chapter a day, or do some editing and then a chapter a day. But if it's not, if there's 2 scenes in the chapter, then I can cheat and just do 2.5 pages that day or whatever, because then it's just half a scene. So, or it's a scene, but it's a full scene, but it's half a chapter because it's just 2 scenes in that chapter. So that's an easier day.
I do appreciate the length of the chapters, because just like you said, it's like one more chapter, and then by the time I know it, I've read 50 pages.
That's what I go for. That's my aim, is to try to get them to just read one more page, one more chapter.
Yeah. Are we gonna see you at the LA Comic-Con this year?
We have a booth scheduled for this year. My wife just started a new job, and I keep telling her, please, baby, you got to tell them, because it's Halloween weekend, which makes it so hard for parents. I think we'll just leave a little early on that Saturday night, which sucks because Saturday's the big selling day. But kids come first, so we are planning on being there. We did schedule the booth. I have to order the books and stuff for the new book and stuff, and then restock. I think we sold out of Shelley last year, so we'll have to restock those. But I'm not probably going to go unless I can get my wife to go, because I mean, she brings in 90% of my sales. My wife's a natural born saleswoman.
Yeah.
So, I have no sales ability whatsoever.
No, yeah, she was bringing people in when we were there last time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
times.
she's really good at that.
Yeah, she's really good.
She's just started a sales position. So
nice.
Wynn Hotels, I think is they're called. Wyndham, whatever they're called.
Yeah, nice. Well, Doug, before we let you go, you've got something pretty exciting happening this week. Tell everybody about the Kindle promotion because it's honestly the perfect time to jump into the series.
It is. So this is big news, especially anybody who knows anything about indie authors. The biggest thing you can hope for is something called a BookBub deal. And I got approved for a BookBub deal for the first Shelli book. It's my first BookBub deal. And starting on the 15th and going through the 21st, Shelli will be 99 cents for the first time ever. And probably the only time in any foreseeable future. Because Shelli is usually, the first book is usually between $4.99 and $6.99, depending on if I have promotions going on or whatever. But $9.99 is just completely unheard of for Shelli. This BookBub deal, it runs through Amazon. It'll be on Amazon starting Wednesday the 15th for 99 cents and going for till the 21st, which I think is like 5 or 6 days. So if you're even remotely curious about Shelli, it's not a risk. You can just get it for 99 cents and check it out. And then if you like it, hopefully you'll continue on to the sequels. But yeah, I'm extremely proud of Shelli, and this is a big deal for getting it on the BookBub deal. So, because I already had I had my biggest month ever last month with the release of the new book. I'm hoping this month will be just as good, if not better. So, it's been an exciting time right now between the release of the new one and now the BookBub deal.
Yeah, and like for everybody listening, 99 cents ain't like it's nothing. I mean, you go to Dollar Tree and nothing's $1 in there anymore.
Yeah. No, I know. I know. Oh, my wife can go into something like a Dollar Tree or whatever and end up spending $100. I'm like, how'd you do that?
It could get a little dangerous.
No, the worst is Costco though. Oh yeah. My wife goes to Costco. I'm like, all right, let's move funds around. Let's
Yeah, exactly.
We have mortgage coming up. Be careful now. If she'll walk in thinking she's getting a couple things, she'll walk out $600-$700 later. I'm like, oh my God, baby.
Oh, yep, that's me. And I got to go to Costco today too. So
And you say the same thing every time, because every time she walks in the door, she's just, I'm sorry, I spent too much. Oh boy, I shouldn't have spent that much. She's always like, oh, I spent more than I spent too much. I didn't realize until I was at the counter. I'm like, how do you not realize your thing is stacked? Your cart is like stacked and overflowing.
Yeah, because when I'm there, I'm by myself and I see a good deal. It's like, oh, that's actually a really good deal for like, for
She
example,
has nobody next to her to tell her no.
I'll just put it in the cart. And then, same thing. I get to the counter and say, oh no, what did I do?
And for 99 cents, you get 6 or 7 hours worth of entertainment with the first Shelli book. So that's probably going to last you more than most of the stuff you get at Costco for however much you spend.
Boom.
Exactly.
I'm sure everybody listening to this has been to Costco. Yeah. And knows the dangers of that, of the quote unquote good deal that it ends up costing you a lot more.
I've taught myself over the years to just walk in there with my purpose, with the tunnel vision, and get the hell out of there.
I can do that too. My wife has no ability to do that whatsoever. No ability whatsoever. And God forbid she brings the kids with her.
Yeah.
If she brings the kids with her, oh man, that just doubled my budget right there.
Well, Doug, it's always great catching up with you. I look forward to seeing you again over at the LA Comic-Con this year. Hopefully, we run into you there. Anything else that you wanted to share before we let everybody go?
No, I hope anybody listening, if you're hearing this around between the 15th and the 21st, check out Shelli on Amazon. It's called Shelli the Android Detective is the full title on Amazon.
Okay.
I gave it that subtitle just to help in the search engines. It's actually just called Shelli.
Yeah.
But so book 1 of the Shelli Synthetic Crime series is only 99 cents for 6 days.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty much a one-time offer because I don't know when I'll do this again. So getting BookBub deals isn't easy. So I was really lucky to get it, and that's just a tribute to all my readers because it has 300 some odd reviews, and it's been selling well, and so Book Bubba gave me this deal. So it's a big deal, and I hope breeders will check it out.
Nice. Well, Doug, it's been a pleasure, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. This is our 6th year we've done this with 6 books. So I really appreciate you always having me back.
Don't stop, man. Don't stop. We love talking to you.
I'm working on it.
Cool. All right. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Well, that was our interview with Mr. Doug Brode. What'd you think there, Steph?
I thought it was a nice, pleasant interview. Always a pleasure having Doug on.
Yeah, it's always fun talking to him, especially somebody who knows what the hell we're talking about when we pull out like references off our butts, like the Spider-Man Vulture conversation.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty cool.
It just so happened that we just saw that.
Yeah, it was just by chance. Didn't you put it on for the dogs?
Yeah, well, we were working in the backyard.
Yeah, we like to put movies on for the dogs. Yesterday when you were at work, but I was working on the backyard, and Pluto was watching the Big Lebowski.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he liked it.
Yeah, it's a nice movie.
Anyway, that's going to do it for Geeking Out. And the show, man. That's going to do it for episode 400 of the Foobar Show. 8 years, 400 episodes, countless conventions, questionable advice, bizarre news stories, and somehow Steph still answers when I ask her why today's going to be a good one. Huge thanks to Doug Brode for joining us. And remember that the first Shelli book will be available on Kindle for just 99 cents beginning July 15th, Wednesday of this week, through BookBub featured deal. Thank you for everyone who has listened, watched, shared, written in, or simply tolerated us over the years and have been super patient with us as of late as we continue to find balance in our lives so that we can keep doing this and come at you in your ears. So we can come in your ears.
No, I don't like that.
You don't like that one?
I don't like that.
Okay. I'll think of a better one next time. But episode 401 starts the next chapter of the next 100, I guess. There's really nothing special that we're going to do. We might just, change up the general logo, and I don't know. We might
spruce it up. Let's spruce it up a bit.
I might give it a little facelift there. But
zhuzh it up.
Zhuzh it up, exactly. Steph, you got anything else before we get the hell out of here?
Come on back next week.
But I don't say that anymore for a really good reason. So we'll catch you all next time. How about that?
Next time.
Thank you all so very much for listening into the Foobar Show. Remember to follow, like, and comment on our socials as @Foobar Show. That's FOO Bar Show. And listen at FOOBarshow.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And we'll keep fooing it up like a bunch of fools. I've been Josie.
Now Steph.
Signing off saying, don't be a dick.
Fuck, man. Thank you, guys.
Here I go, shit my pants again. Yo, what's my weakness? Coffee gives me squeakers. I mean this, my penis is scared when my ass screams. And my farts sound like speakers. The ice cream shit's post-appendectomy, and now my hygiene is wilder than a chocolate factory. I got that rat-a-tat-tat coming out the back of me. Battling, it's putting holes in my clothes. It's a battlefield. Also, I'm on a date, great. This chick just saw my face turn grape. It's too late. She asked, did I shit? I admit that I did. Then this bitch took her kids and they dipped and they left me in my stink. And now I'm looking for a bin, something to put my duty underwear in. Tooting in a Hooters, who's the junior on a scooter with the dudes? That's my Uber, bringing me a pair of boxes cause I pooped. Pooped my pants. Pooped my pants.